Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Dan from Breakground Gaming here, and I'm a little bit late covering this story, but I wanted to cover it anyway. This is about a Californian state senator named Leland Yee. He's been very public about his anti-video game views, anti-violent video game views in particular. He even went so far in 2011 as to try and pass a bill to ban the sale of violent video games to minors. Now, the Supreme Court wound up throwing that out, saying that video games deserve the same level of protection as any other art form, which is unfortunately not what the government in Australia thinks, but that's another story. But back to old Leland. After the Supreme Court threw out his case, he put out a press release where he stated that the majority of the Supreme Court once again put the interest of corporate America before the interests of our children. Now, as somebody who studies people, and politicians in particular, when you hear a politician start talking about children, you know they're getting ready to fuck you over with something. Their interest is not in protecting children. Their interests are protecting their own votes and their own money, their own privileges. So when you hear them put out any kind of statement saying, we want to help the children, we want to protect the children, what they're trying to do is play on your emotions to get you on their side. Oh, and later on in the press release he says, quote, "As a result of their decision, Walmart and the video game industry will continue to make billions of dollars at the expense of our kids' mental health and the safety of our community." End quote. What an angel. What just a saint he is. You know, he's just a good guy. He's out there trying to protect the kids, trying to protect the community, like he said. But 3 years later, March 26th, I believe it was, late March, he got arrested on allegations that he took campaign money in exchange for deals with arms dealers and Chinatown mob gangsters. Yeah, you heard that right. He's been taking money for his election campaign from mobs and arms dealers. Now keep in mind, he hasn't actually been deemed guilty yet. There have only been allegations, but my initial thoughts are that he is guilty. Just because he's a politician, which means you have to be some level of slimy to get to that level of politics. Plus, he's holding up children, and community safety is a way to boost his own reputation whilst not doing anything to help the children or the community. And it's just really telling. It's a really great example of the hypocritical political system in which we live. Yeah, not just the Americans, pretty much the whole world that I've seen. Just, there's hypocrisy and there's these sick, twisted, disturbed little people that crawl their way to the top and try to impose their own views on everybody else through the government. And oh, by the way, if you haven't figured this out, this rant is going to be more about government than it is about gaming. If you want gaming news, skip to one of my other videos. It's just fucking hell. It's just, I'm sick of these people, these Eric Holders, getting out there telling everyone how bad guns are, how no one should have guns, and then what does he do? He takes taxpayer money, buys a bunch of assault rifles, and ships them down to Mexican drug cartels. Now, how many fucking innocent people got killed by those drug cartels with the American taxpayer-funded weapons? It's impossible to get a statistic on that, but I guarantee you it's a lot. Actually, I might bring this back towards video games and children. Now, I'm 21, I don't have kids. Honestly, don't plan on ever having kids, but if I did, would I let, say, a 6-year-old play Grand Theft Auto or Mortal Kombat 2011? No, man, I wouldn't. Their little minds aren't really ready for that. But the point I want to make is it's not the government's decision for who plays what games. It's the parents' decision of what kid plays which games. It's not the rule of Leland Yee to decide who gets to play what. And it damages the industry too. Like, here in Australia, we're censored pretty bad. We're meant to be a free country, but anyone who knows what free means know that's not true. They censor the video games here, so what do people do? They torrent the PC version. Then the people that made the game and put all the work and effort into it get nothing. The politicians don't even get the tax out of it. And there's no upside to it. There's no upside to it. That's what I want to get at here. I mean, I'm preaching to the converted when I talk about this, but I just need to get my feelings out here because this is bullshit, man. An anti-violence, pro-kid, pro-community taking deals from fucking mob gangsters and illegal arms dealers. it really just sums up the American political system. Fuck, not the American, pretty much the whole West now. So to sum up the video quickly, Leland Yee is probably going to be charged with dealing with mobsters. I hate the government. And that's about it, guys. Look, I hope you're having a good one. This is Dan from Breakground Gaming, and if you like the video, give it a like. If you don't like it, give it a dislike and tell me why in the comments. Anyway, guys, have a good one. I'm out of here.